We're here on number 18 green, where the guys behind me are sprigging their last green for this series of greens we're gonna sprig, and what's probably gonna end up being 3 different series of greens we're gonna do on this first one. The 15th and 16th of May, we're gonna be doing 1 through 9, 17 and 18. And then the 29th and 30th of May, 2 weeks later, once everything's done shaping on the back 9 around the greens and the bunkers are complete, we're gonna hopefully do 10 through 16 or 11 through 16, and anything that's not ready yet by that date on the back 9 will be kind of clumped into that 3rd series, which will be the small putting green and the big putting green. So we're gonna have kind of these 3 different staggered groups of greens at different mowing heights and chemical programs and watering programs. So those should all kind of meet back up and be maintained in unison, for lack of a better term, once we get into early August, mid-August. So it'll be kind of a little convoluted for us, but we're glad to start this process. It kind of is another benchmark for us as we get into what seems to be kind of the end of the project as we're coming down to a close here. So this process is kind of barbaric in some ways, but it's also really important to make sure you get all the details. So we've put a bunch of pre-plant stuff down. Then we go through and we kind of shake these bundles of what just look like almost grass clippings from afar, but when you get up close, they're kind of these full Bermuda plants that have more likely been kind of like if you were to put a sod piece through a shredder, it kind of just gives you these big chunks. And we spread that out, and then we use these hand rollers that have these ribs that kind of crimp it in, and then we'll top dress over it with that greens mix to kind of sandwich it and get good soil contact to start growth. And then we'll ride over that with our big orange Salsco roller that we typically roll greens with to kind of smush everything in. And then for the first 3 to 7 days, it's all about the water and fert. So you just want to keep those going. You'll see the greens heads. We got them running for 5 minutes every 30 minutes. And so we're just keeping those sprigs saturated so they can tack. And we're hoping to mow for the first time, you know, in between that 10 and 14 day mark. So good to get back to kind of geeking out about some grass things again, and this is a really cool thing for us to do in-house. So it's been a lot of fun. The guys are really enjoying it. So construction wise, irrigation is finishing up 11 and they've got 10 left, and then they're going back through and they'll start executing what they call a punch list, which is where they go back through, you know, 9 backwards and just kind of go over everything they've already put in, leveling heads, anything that have sunk, any trench lines, things like that. They'll go back through and kind of re-level out. And then they'll obviously, when the big putting green is getting close and it's demoed and ready, they'll install irrigation up there. The construction team is prepping number 12 for sod right now. They're going to finish sodding number 13, and then they'll head to 12. So pending rain, we should be kind of cruising along there. We look like, again, pending rain, but we'll probably end up with what we'd call substantial completion, you know, maybe 1 to 2, maybe 3 weeks, give or take, a little bit later than May. But, you know, these guys have had 40 weather days up to this point. So that's pretty understandable with what Mother Nature has given us. So still no effect cost-wise for the club, still no effect for that early October opening date. So we're still happy with how everything's been going. And again, we know there's a lot going on, so if you've got any questions, please email me, call me, and we appreciate your patience. We know there's dust flying and people cruising everywhere, so it gets a little hectic as these things come down to the stretch for us. So thank you so much, and we appreciate your support, and holler if you got any questions.